Welcome back to Shroud of the Avatar Forsaken Virtues Alpha Release 29, as we slowly get closer and closer to the final release, which is going to be released at some point. And the one thing you should notice about this release is my character's been wiped again. There's another virtual wipe, so I'm just going to have to rebuild the character. This is the option creation screen, pretty standard for most RPGs these days. You can adjust a whole bunch of options. I'm just going to quickly get my character into shape. Yeah, making him look like a monk and all. Blue eyes. And I could waste half this video just setting up the character, but I think that looks fine. That'll do. Consciousness is born to a place of mystery. So we're going to end up on the Isle of Storms. This is the very start of the game. And it seems like they made a few changes looking at the notes. So let's just have a look, see what's so drastically changed. Nice effect. Oh. What the heck? Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit in trouble with the controls here. I'm trying to work out how to talk to this person. Okay, let's click buttons now. Come on, I can do this. Okay, come on. Yay, did it. Right. Jeez, that was difficult. Right. The point of this person is the equivalent to the tarot gypsy woman who she's there to basically decide your path. There's one of 3 paths in the game, and you could it basically boils down to: do you want to be a warrior, do you want to be a mage, or do you want to be a ranged fighter? And depending on your choices, which you make in this conversation, you could end up in one of 3 starting areas. So I'm guessing there'll be different quests depending on which pathway you end up in. But it's a nice way to start the game. Well, it means that everyone has a slightly different start to their game. But ultimately, I don't really like this conversation. I'd much rather just have a decision right at the beginning. It's kind of pointless, to be honest. Because ultimately you can just go back and just decide which one you like here I've just become an archer, which to be honest I've never been an archer before, so I'm going to give it a go. However, I could just go back and become a warrior, which is my usual default for most RPGs. I've been playing as a mage quite a bit recently before they wiped it, but nevertheless. So one of the things you probably noticed is there's now a reticule in the middle of the screen. Reticules are generally used for first-person shooters. They're not really the sort of thing you would imagine in an RPG, but they've added it especially for this release. And if you press the tab key, it flips between the standard mode with the mouse cursor and the reticule mode. The reason for this is in reticule mode you use the mouse to control your viewing angle, whereas if you've got the mouse cursor on the screen, you have to hold down the right mouse button in order to move the camera. That seems to be the what the point of that is. It's nice to have the option, but I'm not 100% sure if that's necessary. It's supposed to make your aiming a little bit better for the long distance fighters, such as my archer here. So, well, we'll just see if it makes any difference. I'm having trouble talking. I do notice that. I know Edvard's trying to help. I do hate how the pop-up menus sort of overlap each other sometimes. Come on, I just want to talk to you, Edvard. Stupid name. It's like his parents were going for Edward and just spelled it wrong. he's not really responding to me, so I don't think I'm talking to him. So I picked up something there. Don't know what I picked up. Must have been a torch. So apparently my weapon is on this rack here. Or is next to the rack. I don't see it. What the heck is that? No. So there's numerous ways you can talk to people. You can even just type it in the box here and hopefully they'll respond to you. Ah, jeez. Too many windows opening. I know I need a weapon. I can't find it though. Okay, so he definitely wants me to go and get a weapon. I think that was the only... It's usually that rack which has it, because I've been to the Battle of Solace Bridge numerous times. No, I definitely haven't picked it up. Got some arrows there. No. Most of this stuff is, I imagine, from previous playthroughs. That's why I'm kind of loaded up on crap at the moment. Try your skills. Don't think there's another one. Gateway, go away. No, it must be that over there. Oh. Everything's burning. Gonna look around. Ah, there's something there. What was that? It looks to be arrows. Great, I've got arrows. I haven't got a bow though. No, I can't just put the arrows on myself. Must be something here. It's not easily identifiable. It'd be nice if it was like highlighted or something. Ah, something like that. Sure it was. It shouldn't be this difficult to find stuff. Arrows. There's got to be something on this rack. No? Come at me from another angle. Just checking I haven't already... Oh, I've got it. Now I understand. I already had it. That was part of the problem. Maybe I did pick it up to begin with. Just didn't realise it. Okay, right. So this quick practice shot. Seems simple enough. We're going to try the reticule. We're going to try non-reticule mode. Reticule mode here. So I keep on having to flip the tab key in order to go between the two modes. I'm flipping out of it in order to loot these corpses, which apparently the game dissuades you from doing. Apparently people don't like it when you loot the corpses, but that's pretty much what I do every time in every other game, so... Okay, this seems easy enough. Not sure if I'm doing this efficiently, but as I said, I'm not normally an archer in these sort of games. I normally like to get close up and personal. So let's just take everything, I'll just sell it later. See, I don't like that, how the pop-up menus sort of, there's one to the left of the other one. It just blocks my screen. I may have to turn it off in a minute. So get some more gold. Just got to loot down here. Now this is a very early area. A lot of the area, yeah. This is a very early area, so the enemies here are going to be simple. So they're not really giving me any real trouble, as you can quite clearly see. I'm having trouble missing them. I'm guessing my character's leveling up every 2 seconds because, well, the game doesn't, because of the wipe, developers have allowed us to, have given us an XP boost up until you get to the level that you were at before the wipe, so hence I'm leveling up very, very quickly. Come on, can kill him. And there's a sort of elastic effect. When they get outside the range, they'll just jump back to where they used to be. There we go. Pick him up. Get everything. Let's move on. Make sure you loot everything, because ultimately there's not a lot of money for you at the beginning. And I've barely got any equipment on me. And the corpses ain't gonna use it. And there you can see all the recent levels I just acquired. But to make your character stronger, you have to go out and find a trainer. And trainers cost money. So hence we have to loot everybody and kill everybody that we can do. Interesting, one hit kill, great. So there were a bunch of improvements into here, so it's not just a reticule, which I'm not sure if is necessarily better, but so according to their site there's a bunch of changes, such as the player-owned towns have had some yet more changes. I'm not a massive fan of them. What's he blabbering about? Oh, of course, he's got that little quest. You have to give it to the guard in Soul Town. I've done that numerous times. Just an easy way to get experience. So anyway, they've made changes to the player-owned towns. The amount of potential available land has greatly increased, and therefore a potential demand for a lot more deeds has been created. However, that land is only potential, not guaranteed, until the owner puts down lot markers and unlocks the lots. So we have to be very careful in how we add deeds to the game to make sure that those who purchase deeds have a place for them. So we're adding player-owned town only lot deeds. This looks to me to be a way of adding more DLC. As they mentioned the add-on store. Naturally, I'm not really a fan of these player-owned towns, but to each to his own. I appreciate it's more the social aspect of an MMO. But that's not really why I bought the game. I bought it for more the single-player experience. And I don't think this elf... Last time I was here, this elf wasn't really that helpful. He didn't really do anything. In fact, he didn't even help me when the skeletons attacked. That's how lazy he bloody was. So you can either talk to the guy by either typing in the box, or you can simply just click the underlined words. Clicking the words is a lot more effective, because they don't seem to be that smart when you type in words. They look for certain keywords, it seems. Unless you haven't got the right keywords, they'll just say, I have no idea what you're talking about. Which unfortunately is most of the time. So, I don't think there's anything else to this opening area. It's rather small. I'm not sure what attacked the bridge other than the skeletons. But the way out of the area is there's a little boat underneath the bridge, which Edvard did tell me about. Some of the races you can go through the moon gate at the top, but I don't think you can initially when you come here. So we're going to go through to Soul Town, which is an early town where there's a few trainers in here. There's a few shops you can buy stuff, but I don't have a lot of money, so I'm just going to have to scrimp and pretty much just, I don't know, maybe I'll get an armor upgrade or something. So, it's taking a while to load. So anyway, other changes. They've changed the crafting interface. So you don't actually need the recipe book open anymore. It's really odd how he kind of fades into existence now. Oh, it's just excellent. I've just got to finish the quest here for Edvard. It's a really pointless quest and it ends right away. So anyway, yeah, so I've got my experience now. It's good. Really stupidly quick quests, but it looks like he's given me additional quests to do. Mainly, yeah. So I would be interested in those, but I really can't be bothered, to be honest. I'm just going to level grind. So anyway, any more changes they've made is they've made around 40 more scene changes, including the Crypt of the Avatar, which seems to be a single player only area, which would be quite interesting to see, and the central part of the sprawling city of Novia, called Brittany. Whilst Brittany actually exists in this build, it doesn't seem to be that they've actually finished it yet, with the NPCs being generic and there's no story elements having been added to the section. Yeah. The love storyline, which is one of the early quests, I don't think that's what I'm playing here, but it seems to be playable from start to finish. And many more of the NPCs have unique stories to tell you, which is good, yeah. Kind of hope they have voice acting in the end, because it seems to be a little bit stale at the moment. But, or at least have voice acting for the major characters. I appreciate it's expensive to do it for every single character, and a lot of MMOs don't do that sort of thing. But if you could do it for just the important casts, then that would at least be something. And one improvement on this build is there's now an underground network, which seems very vaguely familiar if you played any of the previous Ultima games. A lot of the times you had to go and get the runes from the lower dungeons. And of course was a big part of the game. I'm just sort of wandering around looking in the pub and all, sort of people just standing around not really doing anything. Looks to be dead. Nice music. Anyway, the underground sectors are now linked, so you can now travel within them as opposed to going across the overground. All shared general purpose underground areas will be grouped in small sectors. Many underground areas within a sector will connect to other areas within the same sector. Travel across these connections is free and uninhibited. Okay, I can understand that, because we're essentially playing an open world game. However, that will end up meaning that you will end up in areas which may be too strong for your character. So I don't know if, at the moment it seems like enemies don't scale according to your level. It seems like they're stuck at a certain level regardless of how strong or weak you are. I mean, generally level scaling is something which most open world RPGs do. Because you ultimately don't know where the player is going to end up being at a certain level. I'm just seeing what I can buy here. So yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on the underground sections, which they've done. And they've also put in a whole load of polishes, such as the city of Skrek, which now has inhabitants, along with various tweaks to Ardoris, Ringsport, and the Brittany Graveyard. There also seems to be a bunch of frame rate improvements. Hopefully they fix some of the larger areas, where sometimes it chugs at about 20 frames per second, or Ardoris sometimes does that. And apparently the game now officially runs on Windows 10. And here we see the new interface. And they've laid it out. It looks a little bit neater now. It's a little more colourful. I appreciate that. Admittedly, I don't have any money, so naturally, if I had money, I could train I could train these abilities up. Unfortunately, I just bought my shiny new armor, so I'm a little bit screwed on that respect. So there's also there's nice little statues here. And we've got a nice little creature there. Got a rock creature right there. Looking nice. There's a bear. Ooh, very nice. And the watchers, I still don't know what the point of the watchers are. You can kill them, you don't actually get anything out of them. There's probably some sort of plot point about that I'm completely not been reading into, but anyway, other improvements are that tame pets now exist between scenes, so you no longer have to resurrect them every time you enter into a new area. That's really good, because that'd be kind of annoying. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this area and go find somewhere to fight. Mage NPCs now used ranged AI. Magic World NPCs now use the same set of behaviours as archers, so they try to maintain range distance and won't just stand there taking hits from melee weapons. So yeah, I've had problems with the ranged NPCs before. They probably just run away instead. So thank you. That's really making it balanced for the sword and shield fighters, because it can be really annoying when they just run away like that and just constantly hit you. There's not really a lot you can do about it, because they pretty much just auto lock onto you. You can roll about as much as you want, it doesn't seem to make any difference. I mean, normally with a ranged fighter, they should switch to a close range weapon, like a knife or something like that. They won't just run away all the time. So we're going to try the East Pennyfield Trail. That seems good enough. Yeah, so apart from that, there's not really anything else. Yeah, mainly focus was on the reticle, which has changed around the combat a little bit. And yeah, the underground section and just general tweaks and improvements. They need to tighten down the combat quite a bit. And as I said, I'm currently playing as a ranged person. You can change your mind. There's no reason for me to carry on with bow and arrow. Oh, I see. If I hold it down, I think that increases the range of the shot. Don't quote me on that. I could just be talking nonsense. One would assume, anyway. However, I seem to miss every time I do that. But I am gaining levels, so maybe this is a way for me to level grind. Is he stuck in place? Come on, we can do this. I think he's gonna kill him before he kills me. Come on, use my abilities, and he's dead. Right, great. Foot's gone to sleep, but great. Where's he gone? Alright, I've kind of lost him. Maybe just back away for a bit. Ah, he's over there. Got it. There he is. One change I need to make to the UI is just they need to highlight things better. I mean, as you saw near to start the video, where I had the massive trouble trying to find my weapon on the rack. It just needs to be like a luminous green or luminous yellow highlight around the objects. That way you'll be easily to find what's actually what's interactable or not. There seems to be a lack of people here. hard. Keep on journeying on. Nice swamp area, but I will say is that with the swamp, and it still seems to be the case, there's no interactivity with the water. In most watery areas, you do get the sort of ripple effect, but for some reason in the swamp, there isn't any ripple effect. You found your area. Oh, there's a body over there. Someone else must have come through here. And I can't select the character. Odd. Yeah, someone's come through here, definitely. I have a feeling someone's just come through here and wiped out the entire area. So I've got nothing left to level grind with. So I'm just going to exit this and find someone else to play. So anyway, my game just crashed, exiting the area. It didn't even come up with the standard pop-up warning message to say that the game's about to crash. It just crashed. It just exited. So I've reloaded, and we're gonna carry on. We're gonna walk into Ardoris. Now, Ardoris isn't an adventure map. It's one of the bigger towns in the game. It's got a nice little castle off to the left, and there's a whole load of buildings. I think there's a player versus player area in here as well. There's a lot to see and do here. Well, you'd expect there's a lot to see and do here in the final build, but I'm really here just to see because I remember one of my early releases, one of the NPCs told you to go see the Oracle, which is in the middle of this town. And the last time I came here, the Oracle didn't exist. Well, the Oracle building was there, but there was nobody inside to continue the quest. I just wanted to see if the quest is actually finishable now. Just a little curiosity. Frame rate's a little bit better here. It's not what I would call perfect. Does seem like I don't kill them. Game's telling me not to bring out my weapon, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. Lazy sods. Nope. Oh well. Maybe I should actively just walk around with the weapon out. Yeah, there's one of the castles, and there's the big castle. I've tried to go in it, but the door's locked. Well, it was locked in previous releases. I'm pretty sure it's still locked here. It looks like it's locked from way off in the distance. Oh, a chest. I like that. It's like the chest out of the luggage out of Terry Pratchett's Discworld. I wonder how you get that. Oh, it'd probably be an add-in from the store. So, yeah, there's no one in here. One would assume that there'll be somebody in there to finish off the quest, but evidently nobody in there means the quest is not finishable. Or the character's just not spawned because maybe I'm not on that particular I possibly wasn't in that starting area in order to trigger that quest, so that may have been the love storyline I was talking about earlier. I'm just gonna steal pumpkins. Oh, I get leveled up for stealing. Nice. Well, there's supposed to be a system in place that people would be quite critical of you if you loot from the dead. So I'd imagine you'd expect there'd be something about me stealing pumpkins right now. That'd be quite critical for people. But at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any disadvantage other than me getting progressively better. Yay. That's 4 levels are increased. So let's have a good look around the town. See if there's anything new which has come out here. A few shops down here. It's looking nice. Plenty of NPCs just roaming about. I don't really want to talk to many of them. And as I said, a lot of the quests in the game aren't finished yet. I mean, this technically is a Steam Early Access game. I mean, I didn't buy this off Steam Early Access, I was one of the original Kickstarters. That was pretty much just due to me going on at late night, and you know, maybe it was a little bit of nostalgia for Ultima, for the Ultima games, to be honest. But anyway, this is available for Steam for Early Access. I wouldn't recommend necessarily buying this at the moment. It's on Early Access for a good reason. It's not finished. You can't play the game from start to finish. I mean, ultimately, it's still an alpha. It's not even... And there's various little bits about the combat which I've still got grievances about. At least I just killed something, that was good. And nobody seems to mind me killing these watchers. Can't get the NPCs. I'm gonna buy a place eventually. Claim lot, claim lot. Oh, it's a lot deeds. Yes, that must be that thing I was referring to earlier. So I don't have a lot deed. I don't know how to get one, other than I'm guessing you have to pay for it. Yeah, there's a lot of DLC in this game, and the game isn't even out yet. I can sort of understand why they went down that route, because ultimately, if you're gonna do an MMO style of game, it's gonna be expensive. So, you know, a little bit of extra income's not a bad thing, as long as it's not mandatory. I mean, I don't mind if there's certain items of clothing which is DLC. It's completely optional. I mean, there's plenty of clothes on here, and to be honest, I don't really care too much about buildings. I can't ever remember playing something like Skyrim and really caring about my building at all. I'm just gonna steal their stuff and sell it back to them. They don't seem to care. I'm gonna turn off your light as well. Go over here. Steal that. No. Right, go over here. Sell all that crap. Yep, some scrap. I doubt I'm gonna need these maps. Just make it up as I go along. She seems very awfully calm, given the fact that I just sold her back the stuff she already owned. Oh, my loot's damaged? Okay. Well, that's the major problem about picking things up off the ground. I'm not sure I like the water texture there, it looks a little bit off. Everything else looks alright, but possibly change that. This is the boatman, and he's basically your way of fast travelling around this particular area. Oh. Don't know why it zoomed in that closely. was in first person mode just a minute ago. Okay. Go back to third person. Let's journey on and we'll go and find an adventure map to go fight in. Novia. If with any luck, I'll find an area which I'm actually strong enough to fight in. However, I usually have a nasty habit of finding in areas with super strong enemies, and I am playing with a character which I don't normally play with. I definitely don't like ranged fighters. And, let's go and find an area then. Oh, is that a... I don't know what that is, but... Hopefully this is not a player-owned town. I have a nasty feeling that this is a player-owned town. Now I think about it. You can usually tell from the layout of the buildings on the overall map whether it's a player-owned town or not. It's kind of annoying I won't find out. Yeah, it is. You can always tell because they have that same sort of they have the same layout, so you can instantly tell. But unfortunately, it means I've just got to turn back and go into another loading screen. Yeah, and it could probably do with changing these loading screens as well. I mean, this is fine. I mean, it looks nice enough, but add a little bit more concept art. It would take like 2 seconds to do that. They must have other concept art than this. This has been like this for like 2 years now. Come on, load up. Right, let's go down here. I usually go to that one down there on the left. So this time we're going to go in a different direction. If any luck, we'll find an area which we've never seen before. I think it's a hassle to get that one on the right. I think that one's close enough. We'll go in there. Yeah, I can't remember what this place is like. A lot of the woods are very, very similar, so let's have a look. Look-see. Now I'm going to try my best with the combat here. Yeah, I have a nasty feeling that I'm probably going to suck with it. So I apologise in advance. Right, let's get going. Go away window. Gotta find the first thing to kill. It's Timberwolf. There he is. They said in the they say in the game notes that you don't have to actually aim the reticule at the creature. You only have to do it once, as far as I'm concerned. Which is probably why I'm having troubles hitting this guy. Just gonna have to run away. Heal away. At least I'm gaining lots and lots of levels, but I really wish I could just switch to a melee weapon now. Unfortunately, there's no hotkey command to do that. Oh, what the heck? No, I'm almost. Just gonna keep running away. Or if you double tap, you can roll. But as I said, it doesn't make much difference. They hit you regardless. And oh, what's? Yeah, I was stuck in place. Yeah, the reason why I died there is because I was locked for some reason. Oh nice, and I've done that. Yep, one of my little tricks of the previous release was if you stand by the Ankh and if you attacked an enemy near the Ankh and just resurrect immediately, they've obviously stopped that. However, the text seems to be below the line now, so they should probably fix that. It's a little bit sloppy. Yeah, so the wolf will be right back to health again. Yeah. It's not that realistic. I'm just going to avoid the wolf. I just want to look at the area. No, no timber wolf. A nice little statue off in the distance. Thankfully, if you get out of reach, they'll just bungee cord all the way back. They won't follow you. Oh, it's a mage. Let's get him. I'm really not having much success with this. Get like 5 off of him. Ugh. And of course, if you end up getting attacked by multiple characters, then it's pretty much game over. Oh, not again! I'm stuck in place again. Ah, what the heck? Why did that happen twice? Am I doing something wrong there? What happened there? I was literally just running about and suddenly I couldn't move anymore. And funnily enough, I died. Well, I can't imagine both a wolf and a I mean, maybe the mages have the ability to lock you in place, but I very much doubt a wolf does as well. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything wrong or it's just the game's broken. So I'm just going to go towards the Ankh again. Get resurrected. It's kind of annoying because I'm trying to level up my character, and if the game's breaking this much, then it's kind of pointless for me to do it at the moment. So let's make sure I got everything. I got plenty of arrows. I thought maybe because maybe I had lack of arrows, that's the reason I'm not hitting anybody, but nope. It must have something to do with this reticle thing. I'm maybe not using it right. Doesn't excuse the freezing bug, but hopefully there's something around here. Just want to do a little bit of level grinding. What is that? Yeah. Go. No. Ah, bloody heck. Dough. Yeah. I'm gonna... Oh, come on, he's pretty much stationary. It's a couple of wolves. How the hell do I miss him? I'm not doing anything. Ah. This is wank. I'm really not having any success being an archer. I'm gonna have to stop playing as an archer. Go back to being like a sword and shield person, or I was doing quite well as the mage, so I think I'm gonna have to ditch this character and just go back to being a mage. I also don't like the fact that I have to I'm gonna have to constantly keep buying arrows. That's probably why I never play as the archers. Let's just heal up a bit. Give a little bit of light. Anything to increase my level. I've got some armor. It's not really worth very much. Alright. So, make sure you take virtually everything. There's a little bit of cotton here. It's good for crafting. ultimately I just want to level up my character, so every little action helps. Let's take that. Come on, I must be able to get one enemy in this area. Come on, I've got the element of surprise. Why can't I? No. 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 Get closer. He's gonna notice me in a minute. Ah. Can't hit one shot at him. He wasn't even looking at me. No. Well, I gained a level, despite the fact I didn't hit him. Still. He's right next to me. Hit him. Ah. Be easier if I just smashed the bow over his head. I don't think I can fist fight him, so I'm kind of screwed on that respect. Maybe we'll just tap the button instead of holding it down. Yeah, it does seem to be working if I just tap it. It looks a lot better if I just try and pick my shots. Come on. Keep running away, keep running away. I think this strategy actually works a lot better. Just keep randomly aiming shots. Oh, what the heck? Oh, no, 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 no. Guess what happened again? I froze again. My character was locked in place. That's the third time it's happened now. Ah. You know what, I'm kind of fed up with that. I'm really fed up with that bug. I think I'm just going to end the video now. If it happens once, fair enough. If it happens twice, maybe, but really 3 times is too much for me. So, yeah, I'm going to find the Ankh and get out of here. There it is. There's only so many times you can deal with a game-breaking bug, and that is really a game-breaking bug. It may have been because I was using the healing at the same time he attacked me, but nevertheless, that definitely needs fixing for the final release. So I'm just going to exit here and pretty much end the video now, because there's no point me level grinding with that sort of problem existing in this build. So thanks for watching, and anyway, if you like this video, then feel free to subscribe or like the video below. But until then, I may do another video on Shroud the Avatar a little bit later. Well, for Alpha Release 29, a little bit later in the month, because I still have to level grade up my character. I may start again with a new one, but if not, then there'll be another one in another month for Alpha Release 30. So thanks for watching.